Today I'm sharing everything I can't live without right now. In the way of my appearance. I mean, obviously I can't live without a saucepan, but that's not this topic of this video. Now, these aren't trends, they're not impulse buys. They're the good old repeat wears. Zero fails. And I'm starting with my current favourite jeans, or one of two favourite jeans, and that is the wide leg jean. Now, why? Well, actually, I've got to the point where I find a skinny jean just too tight. I don't like that restrictive feel around the thigh, even when it's a skinny straight, like the Levi 724s. I used to rave about those. If I wear them now, they just feel just too restrictive. The reason I like the wide leg is not just the comfort, it's also they balance the proportions well on me. They work with so many footwears, and we're coming into trainers time of year, loafers, boat shoes, sandals, maybe still boots. They give knitwear an intentional look. It kind of smartens it up because you've got that shape there then, the silhouette. They give me waist definition because of the way they come out then from below that waist. And they enable me to wear the cropped tops and crop shirts and crop jackets that give me the waist definition. They're skim down my rear, so I'm not showing my pancake bum. I don't have to think in these, they just work. And that's what makes something indispensable. My next essential, now if you're in the UK, you can understand this. It is my Plant Hunter coat from SEASALT. So for background, I have mentioned the Plant Hunter coat for several years in various videos. I used to have a teal one that lasted me probably 10 years, and I replaced it last year for a navy because it's a good old faithful. Why would I try and experiment with a different one when it's my Plant Hunter is tried and tested? I love the shape of it, the way it comes down. It's a parka, a long parka shape. But this time of year, when we put away our puffer coats and we still need a bit of warmth, got a bit of artificial fleece lining aside, and then we also want the waterproofness as well. This is absolutely perfect. And every time I mention it, my audience in the US and my audience here absolutely snap this up. This time of year, it might even be in sales for all I know. Now, in the States, I can give you local sources where you're paying obviously local for it, but I have found links for Canada and Australia, and so I will put those in the description box as well. So please do, if you are on the hunt for a raincoat that will keep you warm as well, this is for you. Now, if you're in the UK, maybe you will guess my next favourite. It is a waterproof boot. Now, I'm not talking about, hey, your Hunters, Wellies and so on. I'm talking about a waterproof boot you can actually wear out, say for coffee, to a bar and so on. Yes, I found some. And so I bought these in the autumn, and they have been absolutely indispensable because it looks like a normal Chelsea boot. It's stylish. I can wear it with my jeans. I can go out for coffee, go to the pub and so on and feel absolutely comfortable in it. But it is waterproof. It's also got that lovely thick sole as well. So this has been an absolute favourite of mine during this rainy season that we have at the moment, and looks like it's going to continue as well. Now, mine is from Europe, and it's a brand called Verbenas. Mary do some very similar with some fantastic colours, so I will link them in the description box for you. Honestly, once you've got a boot like this, it's going to last you several years. Absolutely fantastic for walking through puddles. Those puddles that are there in the middle of the potholes at the moment. Not that you can walk in the middle of the road, but you know what I mean. Those of us who have gone grey and we've sorted out our colours that we're now wearing because you've watched my videos on those, and maybe it's now time for getting your lipstick right, because without that right, the whole thing just looks off. So I have done some research on lipsticks for cool colouring. So the colours that are working for me are Merit Baby, which looks a bit brown, but it is listed as a cool, and I've seen others recommend it. There's also MAC's Brave, and I've used this one for years. Brave there, which is more pink. It's a dusky undertone of a pink. Another one recommended for us is MAC Syrup. So I put that one there. And again, that's a slightly, this one over here, we're moving down this way on my hand. That's a slightly lighter, dusky pink. Look in the description box. I will list these. There's no need to write them down. Then we have a L'Oreal, and it is the Colour Rich, and it's Montmartre, it's called, number 129. So put that there. That's a bit more purple than the others. Purpley pink, that one I'd call. The next one is MAC Mehr, M-E-H-R. Put that one in, put it here, there we go. So you can see a bit of a theme going on there. You get an idea of the sort of colours, ski, pinky browns, are where we're going. But if you want a more sort of feminine, richer pink, so Revlon 003, and that, there we go, that's slightly richer pink, if that's the sort of colour that appeals to you. I like all of these colours. So those I am not able to do without. I need one of those on every time I leave the house or see people. Now, talking about colouring and grey hair, Cool Blue is something I'm currently not able to do without, because having discovered I really love Cool Blue, it's in my colour palette, it works with grey hair, and is on trend at the moment because it is one of the most searched keywords on Pinterest. I'm adoring wearing these colours and shopping for them. So, you know, I love my Cool Blues in these shirts and so on. I'm also loving Cool Blues in denims, and what I'm seeing for 2026 is very feminine denim. I'm loving. We're seeing it in talbots, we've seen it in milk velvet, we're seeing puff sleeves, we're seeing scalloped edging, we're seeing little bows and ties, we're seeing a bit of an overlay of paisley print. The top I'm wearing at the moment, though, is a cheaper price point. This is from Amazon, and we've got lovely, not exaggerated puff sleeves here, and this is a lovely cool denim that will work with grey hair as well. It's long enough to tuck in. We can do a Canadian tuxedo look. Is that the right word for a double denim like this? That's not my intention. I just happened to be in these jeans today. But it's also long enough that if you want to wear it loose, you could have it undone and wear it over a vest top or a t-shirt. So there's a lot we can do, and Amazon, reasonable price point. I can list this for Canada, USA, UK, Scandinavia and Europe as well. Now, if this video is resonating with you, then please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. And those who have, thank you so much. Subscribing helps me get the message out to other women our age, but also to the brands as well. Of course, a handbag. I cannot do without a handbag or a shoulder bag, but you know what I mean. But let's get away from the black of the winter now. We're getting into this light. You can see the lighter light. You can see from where I'm filming, we've got the lighter light. So we want some light and airiness around our bag. So I've pulled out the 3 bags I'm going to be using, and they are good old favourites of mine. So I'm revisiting these old favourites. Brown is still everywhere, so I've got my lovely, neat, very handy, everything size. It's just like a phone, it's your card wallet, it's your keys. You're not going to put your shopping in it and weigh yourself down with it. This lovely espresso bag, but there's also various other colours, and I can give you a discount on this shoulder bag. A taupe bag for this time of year for me, because it's cool. Again, that brown's a cool brown, so that's why it works. But this taupe. Now, I have this bag in a tan that I have had for years and years, and it's got so many compartments inside it. Look at this. Look at all these compartments there. But then, not only that, you've got more compartments there, and then you've got a zip there, and more, your cards and so on in there. So there is so much. Oh, and you can just slip things in the back there. It's on the inside of you as you're walking around with it. It's this great crossbody. It's a great shoulder bag. It's also neat. Look, it's not huge, yet it's got so much capacity. And the tan one I have used so much over the years, and it's not deteriorated. But I decided, because now I'm cool, I needed another colour, so I picked this up. It's a brand called Minoy. I can give you a link for this, but I absolutely love this bag. They do a variety of sizes. This is my absolute can't do without favourite shape. They do. And for cool, so this is grey. This is a lovely colour. Then this time of year, I also like a navy bag, and going into summer where I'm wearing the whites as well. So I have from Sarah Harron, and they actually gifted me this bag very kindly in the autumn. This leather shoulder bag, and their rationale is that you can decorate it yourself. So you choose your bag and colour, then you choose your decoration, whether that might be a tassel or just a plain strip of leather or whatever. So I've chosen this little foible here, which is called the Celeste, and I chose a silver pewter colour to go with that navy. Again, because I'm grey, more silver in my jewellery and so on, so I thought that would go. And I have pewter boots, so it looks really fantastic, topping and tailing there. Would I bore you if I said frill neck blouses? I have told you a number of times, so I don't really particularly want to keep repeating this, but I love the face framing of a frill neck blouse, and I have worn mine so much over the winter, and now coming into this season as well, still wearing them, still to my mind an essential in my wardrobe. The barrel leg jean is a favourite of mine. I know they're polarising. You either love them or you hate them. I don't think you're indifferent. Don't hate me because I love them. But why? It's because they go with so many pieces of footwear. They're versatile. They're comfortable. They're waist defining, just like the wide leg. They're not as wide as they were. So they're a lot more regular shape now. And they add silhouette to our outfits. They add a modern silhouette when we go out. So if you're wearing a shirt and jean and you're sticking to that old, straight, slim leg, skinny and a shirt, that's very 2006. Same outfit, relaxed shirt, barrel leg jean is 2026. But if you don't like a barrel, there's carrot, there's the lantern, subtly curved through the leg, and they taper down to the ankle, which is why it makes the footwear so easy to wear with. And then, of course, we've got the neck scarf. Looking at photos of how I've dressed this winter, and I said we're still in winter at the moment, but anyway, this winter, and the way I will dress going into spring, the neck scarf has been an essential of mine. I love the neatness of the little neck scarf tied close to the throat here, giving that emphasis. It's just an alternative to jewellery, but you can layer it up with necklaces. Maybe going into spring, we're going to be doing this with t-shirts, as the scarf is getting longer now. Still slim, still knotted here, throat, but slightly longer. And I'll list a beautiful one that's very similar, go beautifully with this. I'll list that in the description box for the UK. Then my jewellery that is constantly at the moment on repeat. It's the Ina necklace, which I just keep it on. I sleep in it, I shower in it, wash my hair in it, and it's just there. If I want to put other jewellery on, I can layer it around with it. So that's just there. Then there's no effort, just pop it on, no effort. So it's the Ana Luisa Ina. And then earrings that I'm currently loving from my collection of their jewellery is these Paris. And you see they're in a silver cut tone that I've got there. The reason I love those is because I can wear them for lunches and for evenings. They're quite a versatile earring. A lot of earrings I have are really, I would call them an evening earring. They're just a bit too special. And another item I get a lot of use out of is the Aura bracelet, because it's just that is so everyday, isn't it? And now we're going to get into the spring. We're going to be pushing up our sleeves if we're wearing sweaters. We're going to be maybe not wearing coats as much. Maybe some days we'll go without jacket, and we're going into short sleeve shirts. It's back into bracelets again, isn't it? So this is one you can just pop on, and like the necklace, just leave it there. It's there, it's your everyday, and it finishes off your outfit. Now tell me, what has been your most worn pieces this season that will also take you through in spring that we can all learn from? I'd love to hear in the comments.